non-stop working down. Many brothers they capping off. Dog, I don't care about the past, that bad in the present, and you can get wrapped up. I don't deal with pests, man got no fertilizer for them. Go on then, run up your mouth yet again. Joe gets sent all the way up like Rem. That's right. Nah, that ain't the flex, so I got cheers on my feet, they're retro.
This rivalry has been brewing for a long time, and it spills over tonight at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. It's Roy Jones Jr. 80 kilos bang on, 180 centimeters tall with a reach of 188. He'll square off against The Rock, Rocky Marciano. He's only 5 foot 10 inches tall with a reach of 68 inches.
Yeah, if you've got a bro that's in front of you, that's going to put you under pressure, get to your ribs and get close, you've got to be fast on your feet. If you've got the height and the reach, which I always go for, I depend on that. But if someone is going to push you back, keep pushing you down, you're going to...
It's Roy the Rock. This one has all... Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good enough. Missed with that jab. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Can't score with that hook again. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been... Whoa, wait a minute! Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. And down goes Jones Jr. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
That hook was off target. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. There's the bell for round 2. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Tried to score with a jab. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
They exchange punches. powerful counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round.
That's his round.
The bell rings and we start the third. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure.
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Oh, my word. Down goes RJJ. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Where did that...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we continue.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Oh, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Punch, counter punch. That hook just can't find the top. Oh, wait a minute! Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. They somehow weathered the storm.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
At the halfway point, there's no doubt. Hold it right there. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And it's a one-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You still want to fight.
Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and did you see that? Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Pensacola's finest is down. Look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
I need to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last. Here we go to the fourth round. They ring the bell, and here we go. They ring the bell, and here we go. Big swing and a miss with the hook. So close to that uppercut. Can you believe it? And finally, Jones goes down. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Listen to me. Are you okay?
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or is it a bit of a mouse trap?
Oh my God, Johnny! Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Pensacola's finest is down. When you get hit with a body shot like this, there's nothing you can do. Watch it again in slow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So time to go celebrate. I'm Todd Grisham, and there's nothing quite like a CompuBox Academy crowd, and they are vocal here tonight. Alongside me, John. It's the incomparable Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4 different weight classes, including the heavyweight championship of the world. It's the...
This bout is
so much hype surrounding this big... We're expecting an all-out offensive display. That hook scores. He threw a punch and just got countered. The straight right just misses. Counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. step back for just a moment. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter-puncher smart.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need him. Here we go for round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Well done with that counter shot. Neither fighter willing to slow down. You'd like to see more jabs. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Throwing a hook, but nice defense there. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. And there's the bell for round three. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Good counter punching. Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to do?
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell. Back at it in round 4. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's a counter shot. The jab doesn't quite connect. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
You've completely switched up. Get your feet down, now relax. Good man, good man. Just say it again.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
A perfect counter shot. Can't connect with that right hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He threw a punch and just got countered. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special.
You're way better than that guy.
There's the bell to start round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Incredible work rate. Stamina is off the charts. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Here comes round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Nice counter. Heart, what desire, but at what cost? When are we going to see a jab from these two? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. On that last round. Stamina is... Come on. Round 8, and we're off again. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. That was the moment.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice defense on that hook. You'd like to see more jabs. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The judges have spoken, a unanimous decision.
There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Straight in, more pain, so more gaining. Here I came in, guns blazing. At Raven, you get weighed in. Been training, sick of waiting. Some failing, not plain sailing. Entertaining, check the ratings. Let me out, I don't wanna be caged in. Yeah, I'm ready, who's next up? Pay attention now, yeah, your best luck. I like to warm up like a few jabs, and then I hit hard like a left hook. My style's unique, not textbook. Step to me, you get yourself messed up. Win or lose, still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Who wants it? Ready for anybody, I got this. They say you can learn from your losses, but victory tastes sweet like chocolates. Top of the game, you can't top this. Permanent sauce, never lost it. You came in the game and you flopped it. I came in the game and I bossed it. That's why me and you are different. I'm ahead, you lot are in the distance. Stay persistent and consistent. I'm the king now, this is my kingdom. Ready for takeoff, watch how I lift them. Take shots, it's rare that I miss them. Boom. Win or lose, still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room.
I'm Todd Grisham. The crowd cannot wait to witness this one. Sugar. Roy Jones.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds.
One of the hottest tickets. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. They're both trying for a knockout. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Did you see the nerves on a fight stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
How about that time counter shot? Straight right just misses. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell sometime.
What do we expect to see here in round two? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He threw a punch and just got countered. The straight right just misses. And he misses with that jab. Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
A perfect counter lands. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. From this moment forward, let's get it started in round three. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Both men step back for just a moment. Insane action. That hook just can't find the target. far, the offense has been better than the defense. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These two were made for each other. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Just get your breath back.
On to the fourth we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He blocks that jab. One punch could change everything in this battle. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Sugar Ray Robinson goes to the canvas. And in this replay, you can see it. That body punch folded him like a lawn chair.
Shot from the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you still want to fight.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Oh, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Sugar Ray is down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
You're right, Tom.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back you on that.
Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. A borderline disastrous round, but he's still on his feet.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Hats off and don't give him anything, all right? Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Stay focused. Don't worry about it. Come on, you're switching up. Smart. You were thinking you were smart. You weren't loading up.
And win this round. You had everything in the bag, and now you let him back into it. Right. Let's go out there and get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just take the round.
Hold up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up. Will you...
Good. Get your mind back on the job. There's a...
He's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise, you'll see it and ride it.
Let him back into the fight. You're not even in the same league as him.
You were smart. You weren't loading up.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Robinson, I don't believe it. One of the all-time greats, Robinson, goes down. They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to that one.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you continue.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to call you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. Sugar Ray is down. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.